AnnyeongBuzz! Welcome back to the channel where we dive into all things K-drama, K-pop, and everything in between. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the latest buzz. Now, today's topic? Oof. This one's going to hit close to home for a lot of K-drama fans. So, you know how in almost every K-drama there's at least one scene with soju bottles clinking, someone crying at a pojangmacha, or a character pouring their heart out after a few too many beers? It's practically a K-drama ritual at this point. But some dramas go way beyond just using alcohol as a scene prop. They actually explore the deeper emotional and psychological layers behind it. And trust me, these aren't your average drunk confession tropes. These shows are tackling serious themes like addiction, emotional repression, gender expectations, and more, all with a bottle of soju in hand. So today, we're talking about 5 K-dramas that deliver more than just drinks. And let me tell you, some of these hit hard. I've got personal thoughts and I want to hear yours too. Let's get into it. First up is Second Shot at Love. Okay, this one surprised me in a good way. We have Sooyoung from Girls' Generation playing Han Gyum-ju, who's this brilliant mechanical engineer. She's successful, driven, seemingly has her life together. But beneath all that, she's using alcohol to cope with literally everything: heartbreak, career failures, emotional repression. The show doesn't sugarcoat it either. And here's what really got me. Gyum-ju is not your typical down-and-out character. She's strong, intelligent, and incredibly competent, but she still struggles. I love that the drama portrays that you can be successful and still be battling something inside. Like, how many people do we know who seem like they have it all together, but are fighting demons no one sees? Now, her dynamic with Seo Ui-jun, played by Gong Myung, is another level. He's a former drinker-turned-doctor who now helps people with alcohol addiction. Their reunion is tense, awkward, and so real. It's not a fluffy romance. It's about healing, boundaries, and calling each other out when necessary. And honestly, I think this drama deserves way more attention than it got. It's not preachy, it's not trying to be melodramatic, it's just real. If you've watched Second Shot at Love, tell me, did it hit you as hard as it hit me? Okay, moving on to Brewing Love. I mean, with a name like that, I thought this would be another cute rom-com. And yes, it is frothy and fun in parts, but there's more brewing beneath the surface. Pun totally intended. We've got Kim Si-jung as Chae Young-ju, a total girl boss working in the liquor industry. She's persuasive, charismatic, and can literally sell anything. But then enters Yoon Min-ju, a master brewer who's basically a recluse. He doesn't care about profits, marketing, or shiny contracts. He's like that one person at work who's insanely talented but refuses to play the corporate game. Their chemistry, so good. But it's not just about opposites attract. Both characters are emotionally complex. Young-ju hides her stress behind laughter and overwork, while Min-ju retreats into solitude. And watching them try to connect, it's frustrating, sweet, and super relatable. What stood out to me was how the drama used alcohol not as a romantic gimmick, but as a symbol of tradition, emotional baggage, and even vulnerability. Like, have you ever met someone who acts totally fine in public, but you know there's a storm inside? That's what this drama felt like. Now let's go historical with Moonshine. Yes, we're jumping to the Joseon era, because apparently, even then people were dodging alcohol bans and sneaking drinks behind palace walls, and I'm here for it. Hyeri plays Kang Ro-seo, who's literally brewing and selling alcohol in secret just to survive. She's scrappy, smart, and totally fearless. Yoo Sung-ho is Nam-young, the uptight inspector who's basically like, you can't do this, it's illegal, I'm watching you. And then there's the Crown Prince, played by Bayon Woo-seok, who is, well, a complete party boy. Now this trio? Chaotic in the best way. The humor is great, the pacing is fun, and even though it's a period drama, it doesn't take itself too seriously. But what I really loved is how it subtly empowers its female lead. Roseo's hustle is all about survival, independence, and outsmarting the system. She's not just the love interest or comic relief, she drives the story. Also, side note, why does Yoo Sung-ho always play characters who start off cold and stiff, but end up being cinnamon rolls by episode 10? I love that for him. And Bayon Woo-seok as the chaotic prince? Give that man more screen time, please. Alright, that's the first 3 dramas, and we're already unpacking so much more than just people drinking for laughs. We're talking about survival, self-worth, emotional pain, and real talk, how easy it is to use alcohol as a shield. But wait, there's 2 more dramas coming up, and the next one is one of my all-time comfort watches that's also super underrated. And yes, we're going to talk about friendship, girl power, and just letting loose after a long day. So grab your snack or maybe even a non-alcoholic drink because the next part is going to be all about work later, drink now, and the iconic drinking solo. I'll get into those in just a sec. But before we continue, question for you all. Which K-drama drinking scene has stuck with you the most? Was it heartbreaking, hilarious, healing? Drop it in the comments. I want to know what moments you think went beyond just pouring a glass. I'll be reading and replying, as always. Okay, let's jump right into the 4th drama on the list. Work later, drink now, and listen. If you've ever had a long day at work and thought, I just need to vent with my besties over a drink, this show is literally your spirit animal in drama form. We've got Kang Ji-gu, Han Ji-yeon, and An So-hee, played by Jung Eun-ji, Han Sun-hwa, and Lee Sun-bin. And these 3 women? Icons. They're not just co-workers or casual friends, they're ride-or-die soulmates who survive life's chaos with laughter, sarcasm, and of course, a cold drink in hand. What I love about this show is that it's not about being glamorous or perfect. These women are messy, loud, emotional, and real. They fight, they cry, they get blackout drunk, and then they hug it out and do it all over again next week. And unlike so many K-dramas that put romantic relationships at the center, this one says, hey, friendships matter. Female friendships really matter. And it's funny too, like actually laugh out loud funny. Ji-yeon's unfiltered honesty, Ji-gu's deadpan seriousness, so he's chaos, each of them brings something unique to the table. But they also show how drinking isn't just about letting loose. It's about creating a safe space to talk about trauma, heartbreak, failure, and even mental health. Real talk. How many of us have cried to a friend at a bar or over dinner? Because life just got too much? That's what makes this drama hit home. And the drink now, deal later mentality? Yeah, it's relatable. But it also makes you think. It's not glorifying alcohol. It's highlighting how we use it to cope when we don't have healthier tools. Honestly, I wish more dramas gave this kind of attention to female friendships. If you've watched this one, tell me, which character are you in your friend group? I feel like I'm a mix of Ji-gu's introverted vibes with So-hee's let's pretend everything's fine until it's very not energy. Now, wrapping up this list, we've got drinking solo. Now, hear me out. This one might not be as flashy or popular as the others, but it has a charm that sneaks up on you. We follow Jin Jung-seok, played by Ha-seok Jin, who is basically the definition of elite and snobbish. He's this prestigious lecturer who eats alone, drinks alone, and kind of lives in his own little bubble. But why? Well, like a lot of people, he uses his solo rituals as a way to escape. It's his comfort zone, his way of maintaining control. But under all that, he's just lonely. Then we have Park Ha-na, the rookie teacher played by Park Ha-sun, who's bright, driven, and not intimidated by his aloofness at all. Watching these 2 butt heads and slowly open up to each other is honestly so satisfying. You get to see how their walls come down one drink at a time, not in a reckless way, but in a way that shows their humanity. And you know what else I appreciate? This drama acknowledges that sometimes people drink not because they're partying, but because they're alone, because they're hurting, because no one's there to talk to. And that silent loneliness? I think a lot of people watching can relate to that more than they want to admit. The show doesn't shy away from that discomfort. It sits in it. It shows that sometimes drinking solo isn't about peace or self-care. It's about avoidance. And when Jung-seok finally allows himself to connect with someone, really connect, it's such a moment of quiet breakthrough. No fireworks, just human connection. Now, I know some people found this drama a little slow at times. And sure, it's not packed with high-stakes drama or intense plot twists, but it's one of those shows that you watch late at night when you need something comforting but real. Something that says, yeah, life is kind of sad sometimes, but it's also funny and beautiful, and connection is always possible. So let's bring it all together. These 5 dramas show that alcohol in K-dramas is way more than just background noise for romantic tension or comic relief. When done right, it becomes a powerful storytelling tool. Whether it's about addiction, recovery, emotional repression, loneliness, friendship, or healing, these dramas give us something to think about. And personally, I think the Korean drama industry is really starting to evolve when it comes to these topics. They're not just glamorizing late-night drinking anymore. They're digging into why people drink, what it hides, what it reveals, and what it costs. And that's the kind of depth I live for. Now I want to hear from you. Have you watched any of these dramas? Did they change the way you saw these characters or the role alcohol plays in K-drama narratives? Do you think K-dramas should be more mindful about how they portray drinking? Or do you like when they keep it light and funny? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want this to be a conversation. Let's talk about it. No judgment, just real stories and opinions. And hey, if there's a drama you think belongs on this list, let me know. I'm always looking for something new to binge. That's it for today's AnnyeongBuzz. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more content like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow K-drama addicts. Until next time, stay hydrated, stay healthy, and as always, stay buzzing.